free, and the threat that we faced on 9/11 is always only getting worse. And we have to be ready and prepared and don't lull ourselves into a false sense of security.
One thing that hasn't changed since the attacks is the threat against the nation. As you heard New York Governor Andrew Cuomo say, it has only gotten worse. That's why tonight we're taking a look back at the security and asking how it's changed 14 years later. ABC 17's Taylor Petras joins us live from the MU columns where American flags hang today. And Taylor, you talked to a security expert who outlined the changes that have been made since 2001.
Yeah, I spoke with the former Missouri Homeland Security Coordinator Paul Fenewald today, who says that prior to 9/11, the threat against terrorism was oblivious to the people here in America, but now he says the country is much more alert.
If you have asked people in New York City or in the U.S. government on September 10th, are we safe as a country, everybody would have said, yeah, relatively speaking, yes, we were pretty safe. We're doing all the necessary things, but it was obvious after September 11th that we weren't doing all those necessary things.
Many can still remember exactly where they were on September 11th, 2001, 14 years ago.
I was delivering some tires and I heard an announcement come on the radio saying, oh, a plane has crashed into the World Trade Centers.
I was getting my kids ready for middle school and elementary school and just everyday kind of day.
But September 11th, 2001 was no ordinary day for the United States.
But I just remember being scared that I didn't know what was going to happen next or if it could happen where I lived.
Since the 9/11 attacks, security expert Paul Fenewald says law enforcement has been more aggressive with investigating terrorist threats. Like the most recent, a man looking to make a bomb and detonate it at a memorial in Kansas City. More citizens are reporting suspicious activity following the see something, say something mindset.
There's been a lot of training going on for not only law enforcement but other first responders about suspicious activity and how to report it and what to look for and things like that. We've put a lot of resources this country into training and preparedness.
Fenewald says he thinks today people in the U.S. feel relatively safe and trust the government is protecting them.
If I think we have some threats out there that we're keeping track of, but I'm so proud of America and how resilient it is.
Fenewald says he thinks the next step to increase national security even further is to encourage people to be prepared for disasters or other terrorist threats in the future. He says simple things like having a safety kit in your car or an emergency supply of food and water will do the trick. Reporting live in Columbia, Taylor Petras, ABC 17 News.
Thank you, Taylor. Fenewald says emergency water and food supplies should be enough to last for 3 days.